Hey everybody! Welcome to our channel Living in Richmond, Virginia, where we show you exactly what it's like to live, work, eat, and play right here in our VA.
If you're thinking about relocating to Richmond or are just starting to gather information about the area, this is the video for you.
In this video, we're going to show you the 6 best areas to live here in Richmond.
We'll also show you the nearby commercial amenities for all these areas, or as we call them, the bubbles, and provide you with tons of information about the housing options in these areas.
You will get to see Short Pump, Midlothian, Moseley, Glen Allen, Mechanicsville, and at the end of the video, you will get to see the city. We had made a similar video to this a little over 2 years ago, and it was one of our best performing videos to date.
But I assure you, this updated version is even better because we now have so much more drone and GoPro footage of all of these areas to share with you.
And you will get updated pricing information that is current as of June 2023.
If this is your first time to our channel, welcome. I'm Taylor Jefferson.
And I'm Sarah Jefferson, and we own and operate Jefferson Grove Real Estate.
We are your Richmond relocation experts. And over the past 2.5 years, we've helped over 100 families relocate to Richmond.
And that number continues to grow. If you're thinking about moving here, be sure to download our free Richmond relocation guide. It is full of useful information all about Richmond and the surrounding areas.
The link is on our banner image, on our website, and in the comments below.
In addition to this video, we highly recommend to watch our 5 steps to take when relocating to Richmond.
This video will be an introduction to the different areas around Richmond, whereas that video will help you figure out where you'll find houses that you actually like and are within your budget.
After you watch both, I assure you that you will have a much better idea of where you might want to end up. And once you have the options narrowed down to a specific area or two, here is what you should do next. Go to our channel's homepage and check out our playlists, where we have organized our videos broken down into these different areas around Richmond.
We do deeper dives into the individual neighborhoods within each area, including luxury neighborhoods, affordable neighborhoods, tours of the areas, home tours, fun things to do, and lots more.
And be sure to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos.
Now, with all that said, let's dive in.
So I'm going to start with our favorite suburb of Richmond, and that's Short Pump. The Short Pump area is located west of the City of Richmond, close to Highway 288 and north of the river. Short Pump is my favorite area because of the amazing commercial amenities located within it. This is the commercial bubble that Taylor and I go to the most. Anything and everything you could ever need or want to do is right here along a 3-mile stretch of West Broad Street. I definitely recommend jumping onto Google Maps and checking out everything that is nearby. Some of the highlights include the Short Pump Town Center, which is a very nice open-air mall, and it's the premier shopping destination in Richmond. There are a dozen of excellent restaurants and entertainment options located around here too. In fact, most of our date nights are spent in the Short Pump area. And it also has everything you need for daily living, with multiple grocery stores, including some name brand ones like Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, and a very nice Wegmans. Plus, there's also a Target and a Walmart, a Lowe's, and a Home Depot. The list truly goes on and on. Beyond just the commercial amenities, other reasons you will love this area are top-rated school systems and very safe, family-friendly neighborhoods. There are some really nice parks in the area that you should check out, including our favorite, Deep Run Park, that has playgrounds, open play fields, walking and biking trails, and the Short Pump Park, which includes a dog park, a playground, a splash pad, and walking trails behind it. So those are the major reasons to love the area. Now let's talk about the housing in Short Pump real quick. The average year built for the area is 1986, with the northern side being a little bit newer and the southern side of Short Pump being a little bit older. Over the past 6 months, the average price per square foot in Short Pump was $214, and the average home had a final sales price of just under $508,000 with 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and around 2,400 square feet. This is the highest price per square foot for the suburbs in this video, and simultaneously the oldest average year built, at least for the suburbs. So that is why we say your money doesn't go as far here as it does elsewhere. Short Pump will absolutely deliver plenty of options above and below these averages, but there will be a reason for its price being above or below. On the lower end of pricing, expect to find smaller homes, or if they are larger in size, then they probably need cosmetic updating. Homes above the average price could have more updated interiors, or situated in a more exclusive neighborhood with great HOA-provided amenities, or simply put, the house is much larger and nicer. Dollar to dollar, you won't get as nice of a home here as you could in other areas, but what you are buying is the location and the excellent nearby amenities. Lastly, before moving on, 2 things to watch out for while house hunting in the Short Pump area have to do with the year built, and that includes watching out for hardboard siding, which is the highest maintenance siding possible, and the other is polybutylene piping throughout many of the homes built in the late 80s and early 90s.
So while Short Pump is definitely our favorite commercial bubble, and most of our relocation clients love it too, the large majority of our buyers end up purchasing a home in one of these next two areas, Midlothian or Moseley. And the reason is because you get a lot more for your money in terms of size, updates, and year built. Plus, the Midlothian and Moseley areas have very nice commercial bubbles of their own. And it's not like it's impossible to travel to Short Pump or to downtown Richmond from these areas for a date night or a trip to a specific store/destination, but you definitely don't have to do it on the regular. So, up first is Midlothian, which is located just south of the river below Short Pump. Midlothian is a very large area encompassing 3 different zip codes with 23113 in the north, 23114 in the middle, and 23112 being the furthest south, each with different offerings on price, size, and year built. More on the housing and neighborhoods in a minute. The commercial bubble for northern Midlothian is located along Midlothian Turnpike and is in my opinion a very close second to Short Pump's West Broad Street bubble. In the west, there's Westchester Commons, which has a Target, a movie theater, a gym, and a bunch of restaurants. Heading east, you'll pass by many grocery store anchored shopping centers, a Walmart, a Sam's Club, a really nice Wegmans grocery store, and the Chesterfield Town Center, which is the mall at Midlothian, located at the intersection of Huguenot Road and Midlothian Turnpike. Now, the Short Pump Mall is definitely more upscale, but it's still a nice thing to have in the area. North of the mall is the Robius Road and Huguenot Road intersection, and this area is also pretty commercially dense, including a few more grocery stores, a Lowe's, a Home Depot, Best Buy, and one of our absolute favorite bars, Wooden Iron. This is another area that I recommend checking out on Google Maps to see everything that's located in the area. And in our relocation guide, we give you instructions for how to do a self-guided tour. Given how large the Midlothian area is, it's no surprise that there's something here for everyone. In the past 6 months, there were 446 homes that sold in Midlothian, so rest assured there's a neighborhood that'll fit every desire and budget. There are older neighborhoods with larger lots, mature trees, and beautiful landscaping. There are expensive, luxury, newer, custom-built homes in neighborhoods with amazing HOA-provided amenities like Halsey, which is one of our favorite neighborhoods in all of Richmond. There are neighborhoods that are a little bit more cookie-cutter but still feed into great school systems, and there are also inexpensive starter homes with great commercial amenities nearby. The average home sold in Midlothian was $481,000 and had just under 2,500 square feet with a year built of 1993, and the average price per square foot was $197, which is about 8% cheaper than Short Pump. So as you can see, you do get more for your money, and based on the homes I've shown and sold in this area, I can confirm this to be the case regarding the interiors of the homes too. There really aren't many cons here. You still need to watch out for hardboard siding and polybutylene piping, and pay attention to the school system ratings. There's a lot of invisible lines where all of a sudden it's a different school that isn't as highly rated, but none of them in the area are what I would call bad, just different levels of great or good.
Traveling a little further southwest is the Moseley area, and specifically I am talking about the eastern edge of Moseley, which is where the commercial amenities and newer residential areas are located. The Moseley area and southern Midlothian area share the Hull Street Road commercial bubble. To the north of the intersection of 288 and Hull Street, there is a Walmart, a Home Depot, a BJ's Wholesale Club, and to the south of this intersection, there is a Target, TJ Maxx, Kohl's, and more. Traveling southwest, you will pass by a bunch of grocery store anchored shopping centers and a bunch of restaurants, some older and some newer. Getting closer to Harper's Mill and Magnolia Green, you will pass by another newer Walmart shopping center and a very nice YMCA and newer Publix grocery store anchored shopping center. Suffice to say, everything you need for daily living is very close by. But the con to this area is dealing with the traffic along Hull Street and commuting out of the area. There are a lot of stoplights and a lot of neighborhoods that feed off of Hull Street, so rush hour isn't the best. But everything is relative, and a lot of our relocation clients laugh at what we call traffic here. The Moseley area is the most recently developed area in Richmond, and it is also where you can find the most amount of new construction home options. The development of this area is ongoing, and in the works is the Powhite Parkway extension, which will cut through the Moseley area behind some of the existing neighborhoods, loop around to the back of Magnolia Green, and have connections to a few other roads nearby. This will be a game changer regarding commute time, and we have our eye on future commercial and residential development all around it. This area is already excellent and it will only get better, but it will probably be a few more years before all of that road work is completed. So let's talk about the homes within Moseley. Your money goes really far here, and the average resale home in the past 6 months was built in 2012 and had just under 3,300 square feet with an average price of $592,000 and an area average of $187 per square foot. There are a lot of master plan communities with a wide range of home sizes and price points, and phenomenal community amenities provided by very reasonable HOA fees. Magnolia Green is gigantic and incredibly family friendly, and its pool, clubhouse, tennis courts, and golf club rival most resorts. Summer Lake offers older homes from the early 2000s all the way up to drop-dead gorgeous custom-built homes that are just a few years old. And of course, the Fox neighborhoods will deliver every flavor of homes from the 90s with mature trees and wooded lots up to newer construction options. While you do get more for your money, the floor-on pricing practically starts at $400,000 for 2,000 square foot homes with 3 bedrooms. So if you're looking in this area, be prepared to spend at least $400,000, but realistically more. One last con to this area is that, as with most newer construction communities, the yards are a bit more clear-cut and cookie-cutter, and privacy is usually lacking.
Up next is Glen Allen, which is located just north of Short Pump and is quite a large geographic area, going as far west as Highway 288 and as far east as Interstate 95. Glen Allen consists of 2 zip codes split in half by 295, with zip code 23059 to the north and 23060 to the south. But I'm actually going to talk about Glen Allen area in terms of west versus east. The western side of Glen Allen has its own small commercial bubble located along Knuckles Road with a few shops and restaurants, a nice YMCA, and a Publix grocery store anchored shopping center, and a Food Lion anchored shopping center too, which is great for a quick trip to the store from the surrounding neighborhoods. But the real benefit to the western side of Glen Allen is the close proximity to the Short Pump bubble located directly south of here. So western Glen Allen has a lot of the same pros as the Short Pump area does, but on average the homes are newer and larger. Traveling east from here, there's a small commercial bubble along Staples Mill Road with a Publix anchored shopping center, but nothing to really write home about. It isn't until you get to the very eastern edge of Glen Allen near I-95 that it becomes exciting again. Along Route 1 there are a lot of retail shops, restaurants, and entertainment options. There's a Publix grocery store anchored shopping center that also has a Target, and the former Virginia Center Commons Mall is being redeveloped into a huge sports complex, but that is still in the works. Alright, so now the housing. The average home sold in Glen Allen costs $521,000 with just over 2,500 square feet and an average year built of 1994. Be prepared to pay more for less or more for more in the western side of Glen Allen. This is due in part to having higher rated school systems on the western side of the area, and there are plenty of homes that are newer than 1994, with many being from the early 2000s and up. There are so many beautiful luxury neighborhoods in the western Glen Allen area that offer homes much larger than 2,500 square feet. Gray Oaks, topping the list, is one of our favorites for that flavor. Another one of our favorite neighborhoods in this area is Wyndham. It is absolutely beautiful, and since it's a master plan community, it has a wide range of offerings in terms of size, style, and price points, and it provides very nice neighborhood amenities. As you travel east, homes tend to get a little bit smaller and a little bit older, but that also means more affordable too. There's a bunch of great neighborhoods that will deliver more nice homes in the 300 and 400,000s without too many compromises. Just pay attention to the school system ratings as you travel from west to east, because they do change and that does play a part in pricing. So in summary, Glen Allen will get you a little more bang for your buck dollar to dollar, and in the western side you still have excellent proximity to the Short Pump bubble.
Up last before we head to the city is Mechanicsville. Mechanicsville is one of the most affordable suburbs around Richmond, and the reason is that the commercial amenities are lacking compared to all of the other areas previously mentioned. Now, don't get me wrong, you have everything you need for daily living, but it is scattered about in 2 different commercial bubbles. There's one bubble near Mechanicsville Turnpike and 295 that has a Walmart, a Target, a Home Depot, and a couple of restaurants, and there is a commercial bubble further north located off of Chamberlain Road near 295 that has a huge Kroger shopping center with a YMCA and other retail shops and restaurants scattered about. And if you end up in the northwest side of Mechanicsville, the eastern Glen Allen bubble along Route 1 isn't too far away. The Mechanicsville area is the value play for north of the river, and while it might not win first place in any one category, it does provide a good blend of compromise that is worth exploring if your budget is restrictive. The average price per square foot of $192 is the second lowest of this video, and the average sold price for Mechanicsville is the lowest, coming in at $423,000 for an almost 2,300 square foot home with 4 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms with an average year built of 1990. There are some beautiful neighborhoods that I absolutely love in Mechanicsville, including Ash Creek, Kings Charter, and Milestone. Because these neighborhoods are a little bit older, you will get very green, mature neighborhoods with beautiful curb appeal, and rest assured there are affordable options here too, with the low end of pricing starting around the mid 200s. Just don't expect a mansion.
Alright, so last up is the City of Richmond, which truly is its own special beast and encompasses a total of 14 different zip codes, all with their own unique flavor of housing styles, year built, pricing, and nearby amenities. We're working on a video just like this one, but dedicated specifically to the city, because there's so much to cover within the city that it does deserve its own video. So for today, I'm going to give you the overview and the highlights. Commercial amenity-wise, the city is not lacking. This is the place to be if you seek walkability with tons of nearby restaurants, bars, and shops scattered all around. And if it's not walkable, it's probably bikeable. Carytown is a big hit with locals and tourists alike for its eclectic retail shops and excellent restaurants all along a 1-mile stretch of Cary Street. The Scott's Addition area has been redeveloped and it's become an awesome area with a ton of commercial amenities with over a dozen breweries and some great entertainment options including places like the Circuit and Tang and Biscuit, plus some of our absolute favorite restaurants in all of Richmond are located there too. Other reasons you would enjoy living in the city is the historic architecture of the homes with beautiful curb appeal, tree-lined streets, and again, the walkability to everything that's close by. It's not all concrete and asphalt either. The city is full of wonderful green spaces and public parks that you have to visit, including Maymont, Belle Isle, Pony Pasture, Hollywood Cemetery, Bird Park, and so many others. So, let's get into the housing. The average sold price in the city of Richmond was just under $471,000, and it would get you a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bathroom home built around 1948 at a price per square foot of $249, which is the highest of the video. I do want to point out that this is a blended average of a bunch of different areas within the city, and there are so many invisible lines that will affect the price per square foot. Comparatively, the Fan and Museum District topped the list as some of our favorite areas in the city, and homes here cost an average of $640,000 for a 2,200 square foot, 3-bed, 2.5-bath home with a year built that's much older of 1929. The reason that this is more expensive is this is a more walkable area than some of the other parts of the city, and it also has closer proximity to the VCU campus. And lastly, scarcity. They aren't making any new 100-year-old homes. The cons to living in this area are plentiful, but pretty par for the course with city living. Off-street parking comes at a premium, and the older historic homes cost more to maintain than newer construction homes. And as with most cities, there's higher crime in the city of Richmond compared to the surrounding suburbs. We like to say if you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, so some common sense will go a long way. The last con is that the public schools within the city of Richmond are not nearly as well rated as the suburbs. But again, that's usually par for the course when buying within a city. Be sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on our upcoming video with the deeper dive into the city of Richmond.
So there you have it, the 6 best areas to live around Richmond.
Now, there are lots of other areas that we didn't cover in this video, including the more rural areas like Powhatan, Hanover, Southern Chesterfield, and Goochland County, which is where Sarah and I live.
But we do have a playlist for the more rural areas around Richmond, so be sure to check out those videos to learn more. And there are other suburban areas around Richmond, but we feel that the 5 suburbs covered in this video provide the best balance of nice neighborhoods with great commercial amenities nearby and highly rated school systems.
Many of the other areas around Richmond are lacking in one or more of those categories and are what we call gray areas. Creating this video was a massive undertaking between writing it, shooting it, and editing it ourselves.
So if you enjoyed it and found it helpful, please leave us a comment and let us know, and hit that like button.
And if you're thinking about moving to Richmond, be sure to hit us up. We have the knowledge and experience to help make your move as stress-free and easy as possible.
Thanks for being here with us today, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.